known as the Conversion Crusader. I'm here to show you I'm here to show you dropshipping products that you can launch on your store that are likely to make you some money. When I say likely, I can't predict the future, but the products that I show you, they usually have ad data that stretches back long enough that I'm fairly confident that these are going to be products that are going to be easy for you to implement and easy for you to get a few home runs. Now, if you're wondering why you should listen to a guy like me, I got my Shopify plaque in the back there for 100,000 orders, but also here's some proof. This is my store. This is my biggest and my bestest baby. We've made over 10 million Australian dollars in the past 5 years. That's about 7.5 million American dollars with 144,000 orders. Just to show you I'm not playing here. Just to show you, let's just refresh the screen and that all loads up. One of the next things that I'm really proud of is one of the latest stores that I've been working on, my Lush Living store. I show this quite often in my streams when I'm showing you what to do and what not to do. In the past month, I've been able to bring this conversion rate up to about 5.2%. The highest that I've kind of had over a sustained period of time. I'm really proud of that one. Now, if you are a drop shipper and you're getting over 5 orders per day and you are looking to start fulfillment, one of the reasons why you might be wanting to do some fulfillment is because as you increase your spend on Facebook ads, your cost per purchase, it doesn't go down. It only ever goes up. You're going to need to find a way to save some money. And if you're drop shipping from eBay, if you're drop shipping from AliExpress, I can save you some money. So I'm starting this new white glove service where if you're making more than 5 orders a day, you can ping me through the link in the description here, ping me on WhatsApp, let me know your store, let me know what you're selling and what sort of volume that you're selling, and I will personally introduce you to my supplier. And I'll make the process as smooth as possible. We'll talk product prices that we can get you. We'll talk packaging options that we can get you, shipping options to get your product to your customers in a good speed. And that will shave the dollars off your bottom line and allow you to have more room while you scale. And if that's something you're interested in, hit the link in the description, come have a chat with me, and we'll get you fulfilled. In the meantime, guys, give me like 30 seconds. I'm going to go and invite all my students in, and then we'll get this party started. All right, and we are back. We'll be live in just a moment. Let's get all these students in. And let me see who we're talking to over here. All right. Oh, this isn't a dropshipping masterclass. Why hasn't the name changed? Let's go change that name real quick. While everyone's jumping into this call. Welcome to the tail end of the week, guys. Hope everyone's had a great week. Now let's go find some products to make some money. I'll just change my description on the video and then you'll have my complete attention. Run these dropshipping products. Profit. All right. Phil, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. I'm just getting myself organized for the day. Damon, nice to see you, buddy. I'll be finished organizing in just a second. All right. Get my windows sorted. You'd think I'd be all sorted by the time I get on, but no. Never remember to do this bit. All right. What we're gonna do is share my screen. I'm gonna bring you guys over to my right. Oops. And then we're gonna go find some products. Okay, let's go. We'll share this one here. Now, for those of you watching at home and you would like access to my personal winning product database, hundreds and hundreds of products that we found here. Let me give you a link to this. It's yours. Take it. It's free. Choose anything green or white or yellow on this list. And I can't guarantee you're going to make money, but I can guarantee you'll have a higher likelihood of success with my products than you would just by finding products on your own. It's all about testing. It's all about coming at this to test the market, to see if these work, but it's also about taking what I give you and going in and double downing. Go and find more people. These are just one example of someone selling these products. Go and find more examples. Confirm my research with your own research. It'll give you a much, much, much better time. Now we need Winning Hunter. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to set the days running to... Oh, 1 second, everybody. All right, here we go. We're going to set the days running to 30 because we don't want to see ads that have been running for less than 30 days. And we'll hit apply, and we're good to go. Why is everyone so quiet today? I guess everyone's eating dinner. Come on, guys, let me know what you're looking for. Who's got a good product? Who needs me to go and check on the competition of a product? Who needs me to validate an idea? Vintage leather bag, that's pretty cool. Glam Bad Ass Store. Glam Bad Store. Not bad. Pretty cool. But we're looking for problem-solving products. You know why we're seeing a lot of this stuff here is because Mother's Day is coming up. As for why these have been running for so long, and we're seeing them now, I think it's because Mother's Day. We'll see, we'll see. Is this right? Why are we only seeing these? Do I have something in the text here, in the search? No, just days running 30. Okay. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Car tablet. Pretty sure we saw these before. We'll take another look though. Okay, these guys have had this running now for... You can see here that they've had these ads running today, like today and yesterday, so they're still kind of testing here and there, which is not uncommon. No, I haven't dropped off. Caleb, still here, buddy. Meredith, your question with Mother's Day, is this something we can use as an advantage in terms of winning products? No, absolutely not. We don't want to do anything seasonal. We don't want to be focusing on a product that that comes and goes. we want to find winning products that last a long time. So we should not be focusing on Mother's Day in our ads. The only real thing that people focus on is Black Friday. All right, now these guys have been running similar ads since January, February. So look, this is a pretty good product. I can't remember if I have this exact one on my list, but it's definitely going on the list. Renee, looking for some dog niche products. Take a look in March, because I have found a fair few dog niche products this month. Some really good ones too. Car screen. Okay, so Justin, is this an example of a good product? Let's take a look. Yeah, this is actually a good product. This was on my list from, I think, last month. Go for it, my friend. Great product. Website could do with a little bit of work, but it's probably a pretty good website, to be fair. Not bad at all. Not bad. And good products. All right. Now let's move on. We're going to avoid shoes. We're going to avoid fashion. We don't want... Oh, here we go. We had these on the list the other day. Speaking about dog products, I found these last stream. These awesome corduroy couches. I also have on the list there a couple of sofa covers, which I think are really cool for dog owners. Oh my god, my wife would just love these dogs. The hardest thing about this isn't finding a winning product. The hardest thing about this is choosing which product you want to sell. Any suggestions in the baby niche? I would say don't think babies. Oh, is the sound quality not good? Should be good. Let me check my YouTube stream. Let's see. It sucks because I had everything perfect. You didn't hear me? Oh, that's terrible. I had everything perfect and I lost power, so it lost all my settings. Let's see. No, it seems fine to me. Is anyone else having audio dropouts? It sucks because I had everything perfect. You didn't hear me? Oh, that's terrible. I think it's a circle thing. Alright, so circle's using that. Let's take a look. Because I can't hear myself. I can hear myself on YouTube, but I can't hear myself on circle. Test. Take that down. Is that any better? I hope that's a bit better. What I might do is do that, right? And hopefully that clears it up a little bit. Let me know. You can hear me loud and clear? Seems better now? Awesome. All right. Yeah, we had a power outage in this place this morning, and what happens is my camera resets because I'm using a like a proper camera, like a what do you call one of these things, like a mirrorless camera up here, and it's got specific settings that make this work, and when it resets, it loses them all. Okay. Eyelashes. I think eyelashes are great. Let's have a look at them. Lush Babe. 24th of March. Great name for the store. 20th of Feb. Oh, I like this. I like jumps. So we got 24th of March, right? All these running. 10th of February, all these running. So they're going out in batches. And they're leaving them on because they're working. I like that a lot. Sign up. Why is it a sign up? Crash sale early access starts at 6:30 p.m. But that's in 15 minutes. It can't be. It can't be. Because this is March 24th, this one now. Are these guys doing a cheeky? Justin, is there any niches I don't recommend right now? Niches that Meta doesn't allow. Marijuana. Medical marijuana. Medical claims are difficult. You want to be careful with your tinctures and your health things that don't actually have a health benefit. I don't recommend going into the baby, like the infant baby niche, because they're not infants for long enough. A lot of those companies are brick and mortar companies, and they don't need to make money on their ads. They make money on having new customers come into their stores and stuff. So like toddlers, however, that's a different story. Toddlers are a great niche, but I wouldn't recommend things like breast pumps and new mum type of stuff. They're using my IP address for time and place. Yeah, they've just... It's cheeky what these guys are doing. Is this an image? Yeah, that's an image. So they're using an image generator. I know the one that they're using. It's pretty good. I'm going to put my email in it because this is clearly working. This is something new. I haven't seen this before. Our biggest sale ever, 24 hours only. Sign up for early access. Okay. All right. Let's go check it out. Let's go see what they've sent me. Great way of getting emails. I'm only upset I didn't think of it. Calum, you're saying once you find a winning product, then you have to find a local supplier? Well, probably you'd have a supplier before you have a winning product. That's usually how things work. I have not received an email for these guys. If I have, maybe it's gone to spam. Let's check it out. No. It's not in promotions. Well, that's disappointing. I can't show you guys this awesome sale that they've got. I'll keep my email tab open and I'll see if they get back to me. Let's check out some of their other ads though. Learn more. Fast lash glue and lash starter kits. Yeah, lashes are cool. Eyelash kits. I'll answer that question in just a second. Maybe they send their emails every 15 minutes so that you get it when you think the sale is starting. Rebecca, although not advised as a first option, if I find a great product but it's much less costly and more variant options, ones that after how I'm getting using AliExpress. What? If I find a great product but it's much less costly and more variant options, ones that I'm after. How do you go about using AliExpress? I would advise not to use AliExpress. I know that's tempting, and some students have gone down that path, and yeah, they have made some money. My personal opinion is don't necessarily use AliExpress because they're just middlemen. If that's what you want to do, send me a DM. We'll get you in touch with the supplier, and they can give you professional fulfillment of the product. It is better for you to do a test first. Go and test the product on eBay, even if just for a few days, even just to make sure you can get a couple of sales. And let me know. I will set you up with the supplier, and we'll get you sorted. If you want to dropship through AliExpress, yeah. So our supplier will use an app, and the app will completely automate the fulfillment process. So all you do is you agree on a price with them, and they do the rest. They'll be able to get any of the things that are on AliExpress for you. Just send me a DM in the platform, and we'll sort you out. But I would prefer you did it if you knew you could get sales. That's the only thing. You message me? Awesome. I look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'm skipping through some of these because I've seen them the day before yesterday. You got these buy lash babes coming up a fair bit. Cool. I didn't get an email, guys. I'm disappointed. I thought it was some new marketing technique that they had, but I didn't even get an email. Let's check spam. It's not in spam. Very disappointing. I'll let you guys know if I get one. Yeah, what we got in the meantime? That's terrible. Today's lowest discount. That's an awful headline. Lymphity Magnon Therapy German earrings. Germanium earrings. Stimulate key acupoints on ears and germanium earrings in a stylish way. I don't know what a is, but we'll check it out anyway. You're a bit confused with what I said regarding AliExpress and eBay. What's the difference between the two? Well, okay. Simple. Very, very simple. If you're going to be dropshipping from eBay, your customers will be getting your product very, very quickly because you'll be choosing an Australian supplier. Problem, like there's always pros and cons, right? Problem with eBay is your supplier may run out of stock as you start to level up and as you start to get better at what you're doing. They can just run out of stock really quickly. And worse, like that's not a problem because you could probably choose a different supplier, but the worst thing is when they don't tell you. And while they may have been shipping from, say, Sydney originally, they might do the dirty on you and start shipping directly from China and then pocketing the difference. The other thing they can do is when they run out of products, they can put the price up. So there's also less options available here in Australia from eBay. But the idea is you would find an eBay supplier to start off with, test out your product, and see if it's worth finding a cheaper supplier who can ship the products for you. Now, if you ship from AliExpress, you got to think of what AliExpress actually is. Some of the people on AliExpress are warehouse owners. Some of the people are factory owners. Some of the people are just people sitting on their laptop, connecting you with the factory and pocketing the difference there. Everyone on AliExpress is obviously out to make money, and the people who are in the middlemen will often screw you around a fair bit because they have no control over the quality. They have no control over the shipping. They're literally just taking your money and giving it to, and keeping a bit of it and giving it to a warehouse owner and probably paying for the cheapest shipping and the cheapest packaging options available. So AliExpress is difficult. And where our supplier comes in is he has a huge warehouse and he has many, many staff members, and he calls up the factories that make the products that you want and creates a contract with them to supply the products for you. That's the difference. Now, if you don't want slow shipping, you have another option. You can use, once you've proven your product, you can come and have a chat with us, and Austin and I could set you up with the Australian shipping partner. And what they do is they provide the product for you for a price, and they ship it here from Australia. So similar to our Chinese supplier, only they ship it from Australia. Our Chinese supplier ships it directly from China. Our Australian supplier ships it from Australia. And you're probably thinking, great, we'll go directly to the Australian supplier. The thing you have to understand is the Australian supplier will be more expensive. The Chinese supplier will be cheaper. The Chinese supplier will have slower shipping, and the Australian supplier will have faster shipping. So you have to weigh up these pros and cons yourself to decide what you want for your particular dropshipping store. For me personally, I nearly always go with a Chinese supplier. Well, I'll go with my one Chinese supplier because I trust him. We've been doing business together for nearly a decade. And I always do that for all of my stores. I don't see myself changing anytime soon because as you start to scale your Facebook ads up, the cost per purchase doesn't go down. The cost per purchase only ever goes up as you add more budget to your ads. It will never go down. So as we start to scale, we often need to start thinking, how do we save cost? How do we shave more profit out of this transaction? And sometimes we need a cheaper product. That's why we go with the Chinese supplier. Sometimes we have methods that we can use to make the buyer, or to convince the buyer to buy more from us, increasing the average order volume, increasing the amount of money that we get per transaction. Sometimes we have email techniques that can that's cool. Let's have a look at this one. Email techniques that can convince people to come back and order again. So you're paying for a Facebook purchase, right? You're paying $25 to Facebook per purchase. And instead of just getting one purchase out of a customer, you're able to get two. And that can be the difference between profitability and non-profitability as you scale. All right, so these ads have been running since February. They don't have any other ads, just these. It probably means that these guys aren't scaling and that they have cost caps on. So I'll skip this one. You're excited to source pet products. People will spend big on their pets. Where to look to see great range? Thanks. eBay and AliExpress. You have this. You have the same access to the same range that everybody else has. It comes down to how well you are at marketing your products. I had these toe bunion stuff from the other day, so we're not going to add those ones. I mean, quite literally, I've made $40,000 this year selling a cloth, guys, just a cloth, a microfiber cloth. Ouch, that looks painful. And it's all about the marketing. It's all about the angle, and it's all about just taking what you learn from here and just implementing it so well. No, we're not changing eye colors. Power banks. Okay, let's take a look. I have seen some people do very well with power banks lately. Take a look at the ads. May 2nd. March 10. Okay. No, I'm not loving this one. We'll keep going. Dominate the gaming arena with this cutting-edge magnetic keyboard. Running for the last 2 months. We'll check it out. I gotta check these things out. When you look for eBay products, the prices seem much the same as the recommended retail price, so it's not quite understanding why eBay is a good source for suppliers. I don't know what you mean by recommended retail price. Look, let me let me show you something that might explain a little bit about what we do here, right? So, take for example my magic shine cloth, the cloth I was telling you guys about. I buy these for around about 12 buckaroos, but I have a deal with a supplier, and eBay can do this too if you talk to suppliers. But the Chinese suppliers can do these even better. I have a deal where the more I sell in a particular order, the cheaper it gets per unit. So I have to try and convince people to buy 2 or more. So it was more viable to me to set a very expensive price here and then offer a buy one get one free price, which sounds incredible. If I say these are 40 bucks, but then I say, hey, today and only today, I'll give you 2 for the price of 40 bucks. All of a sudden that sounds like a much better deal. And then the 4 times and the 6 times, well then these sound like great deals, right? Absolutely great deals. We take our exfoliating towel. The moment, like we were selling this for a much cheaper price for one. And people were buying it, but it was about 80 bucks cost per purchase. And most people would give up if they were getting $80 cost per purchase. Not me. I wanted to make this work. So we worked hard on this offer, and now instead of having a buy one for like $37, now the deal is buy 2 and get 1 free for $67. It's a much better deal, and we've had so many more conversions since making this offer. Now, what's the recommended retail price for this? This is the recommended retail. This is actually the exact same product that we're selling. 1 pack for $32, 2 packs for $48, and here I am selling 2 packs for $67. Does it matter that my price is more expensive? It only matters if my price per conversion means I make money or I don't make money. That's the only thing that matters. How much other people are willing to pay, and that all comes down to the marketing you put around it, the benefits and the problems that you're eliminating, and the offer that you're making people. So just think about that when you're trying to put your store together. Benefits, offer. Well, I can't do 2 offers because it's just offer. Benefits, offer. Yeah? Makes sense, guys? That kind of changes how you think about everything, right? All right, moving on. What was that one up there?
Is the stash vault better than a shoebox? No.
We've had that one on before, I think. What is this? What did I just watch? It's a gaming thing, but I saw something I didn't want to see. Alright, what is this one? Power your gaming experience with ultimate comfort experience extended. Okay, that's a pretty cool idea. A laptop cooler. A laptop cooling stand. Let's take a look at the ads. These guys, no. These guys are what we call... I always mention this, spaghetti dropshippers. They got no direction. They're just throwing all the products up. They're seeing what sticks. And it's like the minimal effort that you can put into dropshipping. We need people who have built a brand. Now you might be thinking game systems like this are pretty cool. They have like millions of games that you can put in these systems. I wouldn't recommend it because you're just asking yourself to get a copyright strike. Gel nails have been on my list before. Sahith, how do you DM me? Click on my name and you should be able to send me a DM. We had these pillows on the list the other day. We had these dog sacks. No, sorry, these cat sacks on yesterday. These fur combs were on yesterday as well. What's this one up here? Anti-theft. Man, you know what annoys me about this is I had a student try and sell these and they couldn't make it work. Now, Sevens. Good, Darcy, how are you? I was having such a hard time trying to explain to them what you needed to do to make this work. Let's take a look and see if these guys are working. Okay, Simply Living. They've been running this since, well, these ones March 25th. March 21st, cool. They're using a white version in their ads, which is nice. See, the student that we had who was trying to sell these had a very masculine approach. They had a man showing the product. In this case, we've got a light, kind of fun vibe going on with a woman here. And it doesn't look like the same bag, actually. Let's take a look at the bag. I'm looking for a link I can click. I think this is a different product. Compression packing cubes, cool. I was thinking about making a travel store. Is this the same one? Anti-theft. These images have been running since March 15. February 25th. Alright, now we're talking. January 9th. Alright. This is the exact same anti-theft crossbody bag that the student that I'm talking about was trying to sell. There are a lot more color options here, which is probably what he was missing. He was only had like black or gray. Oh, that's cool. Left-handed. That is very cool. Oh, I love this, guys. I must have 10 stores. What have I got right now? 1, 2, 3. 1 that I'm making. 2 that I'm making. 3, 4 that I manage because they're clients. So that's they're not all mine, but there's 7 or 8 of them that I at least manage. Oh, there's a new one who just signed up too. A new one who just signed up. I'm not even going to share her product yet, but it's a $6,000 dropshipping product. 6,000. Damon, I'll show you what that is offline, okay, buddy? All right. So what I like about this one, I talk about this in the growth stream that we have after this. I talk about this kind of thing. When you're a customer and you have a question and it's not answered on the page, what do? You leave the page. So they've got what style is right for me. I love that. I love that. Just to make it perfectly clear. Answer the stupid questions. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, my beautiful wife just made me a coffee. Mia, no, this isn't the growth masterclass. This is just the, what is this one? This is the product research. All right, so you can even choose different colors and right hand, left hand on the drop downs. That's nice. Give back while you travel. 5% purchase supports clean water projects. Cool. This is great. That's nice. Win 500 for your next trip. Take a photo of any product to win 500 bucks. God, I love this. Okay, so we've got theft, roof, travel bag. Luke, you want to consider avoiding product types where competitors already have a significant presence? Ah, that's a tough call. I mean, if I did that, I'd never launch anything. I can see what you mean, however. It's just... Okay, for example, one of the reasons why I'm always okay sharing my home craftology store. I've been doing this business now for like 8 years. We've got nearly 200,000 orders in total. I've got customers who've purchased from me 40 or 50 times. They keep coming back. I could stop my ads tomorrow and I just make money off my presence in the Google search feed and just the fact that I'm in this particular niche, a particularly well-known brand for customer service and quality of product. So could anybody catch me? I don't care, because I'm so firm planted in the market that my business isn't going anywhere. But I can tell you that I did start a second diamond painting store. This is a store I forgot to count before, so that's like 9 stores now. I started this store, which focuses on small little diamond painting kits, late last year, and we're still doing well. Now, my other store is completely saturated. I do come into this knowing that... What is that code doing there? I do come into the store knowing how to sell to this market, so that did help a bit, but I haven't used my store to sell on this store. Does that make sense? So when I see a store that has significant presence in the market, I don't think stay away. I think, with a caveat, there's probably room in that market for me to come on in. Always room to dip your toe in. However, you have to be careful. We're not here to compete with a store that has a presence in a shopping mall. We can't. They don't necessarily make money on their ads. And we're not here to compete with, for example, a store that's been on Shark Tank or had significant media presence. And we're not here to compete with brands that have a unique product that they've licensed and developed themselves and have investors. Because if investors are giving them money, they don't need to make profits on their ads in the first year. And I've seen some students, and look, it's no fault of theirs, they've chosen a product that has had a significant business like this, where investors were investing money, and they couldn't make their product profitable. But we were looking at the competitors, and they were running ads for months and months and months, and everything looked great. Loads and loads of ad content, loads of great ads, but they couldn't get it even close to profitable. That's an example of a store that had significant investment and didn't need to make money on their ads. They literally just spend their investors' money building their presence in the marketplace. So we gotta be careful we don't choose those brands. And quite often you can't tell. All you can really do is test. And not get too attached to your product. I think we saw these the other day. I'm pretty sure they're on my list. I'll just make sure. Yeah, they are. These are on my list. So we found some good cat products the other day. "3D scan a subway station." Why? Why do we want this? "Turning views into data." I mean, that is significantly cool technology. 1,800 bucks. Wow. Handheld. Sorry, I worked with a company in Australia called X Tour, who were doing this for building sites around Australia. But now, like, you can just grab your own one and do it yourself. The world's moving too fast.
So, any of you want to like combine your phone and
All in one wallet and pouch.
little functional pouch? You need to get this one. I have been using it literally every day since I got it. It's from By May, which you probably heard me rave about before.
Okay. Meg leather
But this is
phone pouch.
so functional and perfect for just like one.
Why is this so good?
Everything I need is so slim and compact. I obviously need something
Let's check it out. Let's check out the product page. It's not solving a big enough problem. They do look like the kind of brand we don't want to have to deal with. Like, you don't know if these guys are making profit on this one. I'll skip this one for now. It looks more like fashion. Do I recommend Minia over Winning Hunter? Sorry, no. Do I recommend Winning Hunter over Minia? I recommend Winning Hunter all day, every day. Winning Hunter's my jam. Minia is Austin's jam. Now, I'm not one to judge. He can like Minia, and I can like Winning Hunter. I do tend to change tools depending on what I see in the tools. I've been asked to sponsor a new one, actually. I haven't tested it yet. They keep hassling me. Where is it? I'll test it in one of my future streams. We'll see if we like it or not. They're gonna give me a free account, and then I guess they want all you guys to sign up. But we'll see how it is. Honestly, just use whichever one you feel comfortable with. The price points are different. It doesn't matter. It's just a tool. March 23rd. March 23rd. Okay. So all of these ones, Winning Hunter told me that these ads have been running for 30 days. It said started February 15th and we've been seeing 3 days ago. So it thought that these ads have been running since February, but they hadn't. So that means they've turned off their February ads, and either they've updated their content or they've changed something. And I think they've probably changed their headlines here. These are nice headlines. Lashes at last. I don't know why you have so much text in the bottom part though. That looks a bit silly. Check out their page. Mascara. I don't know, like, if you're going to be... Look, women in the audience who use mascara. Is this different from any other mascara? Because the only way to really make this work is if it's significantly different. Is it just me, or, like, does it literally look like she's got sticks coming out of her eyes? Normal over here, sticks over here. Now they're using the shrine theme here. I don't know, this doesn't seem any different. If it's not any different from anything else we've seen, I'm just going to move on. Be aware of plastic replicas, our authentic iron wand mascara. Ah, it's okay, an iron brand wand. Well, they're not really making that a big deal, are they? If that's what makes the point of difference, I'd probably be putting that on all my marketing material all over the place. Iron wand. You haven't heard of WH until tonight? Total newbie? Ah, okay. Winnie Hunter. Alright, we'll skip this one. Luke, to identify a winning product, do I have a checklist criteria? No, I don't have a checklist. I have things I look for. Longevity of the ads. I'm looking for brands that have done well with their ad design. I'm looking for brands that have multiple different videos. Preferably using AI, because then I know that I can use AI to sell the same product. I'm looking for people who are as good as me at making ads. So people who make beautiful ads like this one, for example. Let's take a look at this one. This looks like it's going to be a winner. So the ads must have been running for long enough to make me comfortable that they're making money. That's step number one. When they've got beautiful static image ads like this, that's number two. That gets me a little bit excited. But these guys only have 1, 2, 3, 4 image ads. And one of them's a Black Friday. So I'm not so excited anymore. I'm kind of sad because I've seen other people selling this product with way more ads. Stop scrolling, trying to find the perfect gift. Ugh, disgusting. The copy is awful. In regards to the Freedom Cup lesson in the course checklist, well, I haven't done the Freedom course in a long time. You'll have to refresh my memory. Yep. Okay, number one, solves a high value problem. Totally agree. That's what we're looking for. Is trending and going viral right now? Well, is trending, I do look for. Going viral, that's subjective. I don't ask myself that, but trending for sure. 3, needs to have room for improvement. Nah. Well, what you have to remember, Luke, these rules are written to help you guys. These rules are not written to help me. So where I see needs improvement, I even going after when I don't think it needs improvement, because I can always come up with what I think is a better angle to test. And give you an example of that right here. And I'll answer the rest of them in a second. So we have this exfoliating towel that we've been selling, and until we came up with the Bacne free, no harsh chemicals, that was our winning angle there. The competition wasn't doing that. So I found this and I thought to myself, you know what? We'll test a few different angles, and the testing on the angles is the important bit for me. I need to know that I can test some angles and see if I can do better than competition. Must have a strong profit margin? Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know the profit margin until we talk to suppliers. So I'll take a guess. Like, I'll look at their websites, for example, and I'll see if I can take a guess. But it's not that it has to have strong profit margin. You look at this. So Bliss Hour selling the exact same thing. In fact, I think mine are even labeled Bliss Hour. They're selling 2 for $48. And now, when I went to the supplier and I said I want to sell 2, he's like, well, you can only sell 2 for, I can't remember what it was, like $21. Now, there's no profit margin there for me to sell 2 at $48 if I'm paying 28, or 20 whatever dollars. But you know what? Screw it. I'll test it anyway at $67. And because I've got a better angle and I've got a better offer, we're actually making sales. We're making sales that are getting $67 instead of $58. So it works. So it's not that it must have it. It's like I must be able to have a strong profit margin. And that doesn't mean I have to be cheaper than the competition. I just have to be better than I have to be able to make the profit margin myself. Hope that makes sense. Number 5, it must pass the bullshit test. Of course it must pass the bullshit test. Nothing that and I'll give you an example of this. We have this product up here. That's red, the magnetic ring. Now this vendor is making money of this, and I had students who wanted to run this, but I said to them, come on guys, come on. We all know if you put a magnet in a ring, it's not going to help you with any of these things. None of these things. The ads told me that this ring makes you lose weight. That does not pass the bullshit test. So yeah, we make sure that we don't sell things that don't pass the bullshit test. However, that's subjective, because we have other students selling grounding sheets. You guys know what grounding sheets are? Grounding sheets are bed sheets that you plug into your wall. They don't do anything. They literally plug into your wall. Let's have a look. So I'm going to show you. They're just bed sheets. You plug them into your wall. They don't do anything except be plugged in. And people believe that earths you to the ground and has something or other. It doesn't pass my bullshit test. Maybe it passes yours and you're happy to sell it. Not up to me to judge. And 6, must be able to be advertised. Nothing I show you in this stream will ever not be able to be advertised, because we're looking at ads. We're getting these from the ads. So while I don't personally remember all of the Freedom Club's checklist, it's sort of like it's second nature to me now. Now I have my own things that I add on. Okay, so my own personal preferences. I like things that are small in size, because small things that are lightweight, they get shipped faster through faster shipping channels and arrive at the customer's house quicker. I also like products that people use and come back for. Already on my Lush Living towel store, we're already getting people coming back and buying more. I love people using it and coming back, and that's why I focus on a lot of crafts. If you are in the water filter business, you know, you're selling these machines that use filters, and the filters get used up, and you got to come back and buy them again. Great stuff that people come back for. And so lightweight, easy to ship, people come back for them. Those are my 3 big winning ticks. if I recommend a product in January, is it still okay to use? Okay, yeah, good question. Good question. If I've recommended a product in January, I haven't gone back and re-looked at these. I need to go back and look at every single one of these that I found. I want you to make sure you check the Facebook link, okay? Make sure the ads are still running. Yes, consumables, Cecilia. Or not necessarily even just consumables, but things that wear out too. You know, like if you're selling, I don't know, kitchen utensils, they might wear out after 6 months. You might want some freshies. So in this example, Jemmy Care, they're still running their ads. March 17, January 4th. So they've still got their retargeting that's been sitting here since January. So this is probably still a good product. But if it's in my list, ads are running from January. Yep, that's right. If it's in my list here, I want you to go and find more competitors. I've done the first bit of research for you. Your job now is to go and find 3, 4, maybe even 5 other people selling this, and start building a swipe file. What's a swipe file? You start actually screenshotting all of these ads individually and saving them to a folder on your hard drive, so that you have examples ready to go of ads that are working. Now, you don't copy these ads and use them in your ads. You can't do that. Go and make fresh ads that look very similar, because these guys are showing you a blueprint for what's working. Use these too to have a look at some of the benefits that they're talking about and rewrite these. Lily, am I picking products that ship from the US, from Australia? Personally, no, I'm not. I personally don't ship from Australia, but if you're a noob, this is your first store, I recommend 100% you ship from Australia. Because I have a team behind me. I have customer service team who are able to talk to my customers and let them know where their orders are. I have a good shipping arrangement with my supplier. Products arrive within 12 working days most of the time. I have good tracking set up. I have a good email system to set expectations. You guys don't have any of that yet, and it's better when you first start off just to ship from Australia. Never recommend shipping from AliExpress. If you need to ship from AliExpress because you can't find a vendor in Australia that has your product, DM me. I'll set you up with our supplier. But only if you can't ship the product you want from Australia. Oops. Where was I? Oh yeah. More products. What's a fly hug? Oh, here we go. That's a great ad. How do you know they ship from Australia? Well, if you buy it from eBay, they ship from Australia. If you've selected ships from Australia and you're lucky, sometimes you're unlucky. Oh, okay, so this is cool. This is really, really cool. Check out the ads. These, oh, what the hell was that? That was awesome. These ads have a bunch of different travel products that take you to a collection page. Oh no, they don't. They don't all take the collection page. These guys are visually showing you the benefits. That's tight. That's really, really good. These images are fire. I don't know what that is though. Here we go. Congratulations, you've unlocked 50% off. Claim your all by signing up. That is cool. The background's taken off. It looks clean as all hell. Well done. Yes, say Heath. Yes. I can't, just wait for me to finish my streams, my friend. Once I finish my next stream, I'll respond to you and we'll get you set up with a supplier. There is a bit too much going on this website. It does need to be toned down just a little bit. These are good products. I've had students make money from them. But my god, this website is gorgeous. Stuff like this. This product is just a cheap-ass product. But you can put it in one of these bags for a very, very small price with the supplier. This will probably cost like $1, if that. Nice, big, beautiful guarantee. I love it. That's going on the list. Even though I've had this product on the list before, this store is going on the list. And this will be the last one for tonight. We're going to start the growth class. Flying, travel, pillows. And the ads are here. That. In fact, all of these three are green. Oops. Green products. All right. Anil Kumar. How much do I need to spend for ads if we were to generate a revenue of 5k per month? Don't know. Depends entirely on the demand for your product and how much cost per purchase costs. But for example, what have I made on Lush Living this month? And we scaled down Lush Living last month. We're only just scaling up now. Look, this is me just having fun testing this one. Literally having fun testing. To make $8,000 in sales, we're spending probably about $100 or $200 a day. For Homecraftology, we're spending more like $700 or $800 a day at the moment to make. How much have we made? Made 50,000 US dollars. What's that? That's 50,000 USD to AUD. So $80,000 this month at $700 a day. So that's 700 times 30. So I've spent 2,100 Australian dollars to make 80,000 Australian dollars. Now my profit margin is about 3 times margin. So I probably walked away with about $25,000 this month from Homecraftology. Not as strong as month, but honestly, in March never really is a strong month, so that's actually quite good for a March. Any other questions? Damon says if we could achieve 3 times ROAS, you would need to spend 1,600 in ads. So what am I spending? So if I'm spending less than this at the moment. But if I spend 200 a day times 30, that's 6,000. Oh no, it was 150, wasn't it? It was $150 times 30, 4,500 I spent on Lush Living, testing everything. We had a bad month last month. I think I lost money last month on Lush Living because I broke everything. I've only just started becoming more profitable this last 2 weeks. But that happens. That happens. If we go back to, say, January. Yeah, we were doing much better in January. 5.6% conversion rate, $22,000 in sales at $150 a day. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Then in February, I broke everything. Conversion rate went down. It's just to end of February to like first week of March. This was when it was the worst. 3.66% conversion rate. Not so good there. Even up till the 16th. 3% conversion rate. And for this store, I need to have a high conversion rate. Otherwise, I don't make money. Then we started turning that around late last week. Is that last week? Yeah, last week. And then now we're actually starting to scale again now. 5.6% conversion rate. Much better. Much better. But that's the nature of this game. Sometimes you gotta figure out your angles. You gotta go test, and sometimes your testing tells you what's not working, so that you can actually take those learnings and work them into products. You know, make basically better benefits, better ads. Do I only sell on Facebook? Well, I only sell on Meta, so Facebook and Instagram. For these brands, I have other clients that I work with, and some clients only sell on Google Ads, for example. Is it okay? Let's just bring these over here for a bit. Last few questions for the night, guys. Hold on, let's stop sharing. Is it okay? Is Facebook ads preferable to Google ads? Yeah, for you guys running problem-solving products, Facebook ads is always preferable to Google ads, especially when you first start off. You have run before, never converted sales, and you did about 2 months ago. If we were to start again, what niche to pick? Home goods, toys, or fitness? Home goods are fine. Fitness is fine. I'm sure toys are fine, but I wouldn't sell toys. Fitness is probably a good niche. But home goods, everyone uses home goods. They're never going to go out of fashion. You just got to have the right angles. But no, I wouldn't recommend Google unless you're really an established brand, or unless you have a specific problem that people are actually searching for in Google. Does that make sense? All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. I'm going to start my growth masterclass. If you're watching on YouTube, you can tune in about 2 minutes to the growth masterclass, where we're going to look up we're going to talk about a lot more advanced stuff in the growth masterclass. For those watching on the Freedom Club, if you're not in the growth, if you're not quite there yet, but you want to see what it's all about, head over to my YouTube and you can watch. You just really can't participate. Don't watch if it's going to blow your mind and you're not quite there yet and this is all too overwhelming. Stay where you are and get your store done and just pick your products. But if you're ready to kind of dip your toes in and see what we're doing in the advanced classes and see what you got to look forward to, drop on by. Feel free. For those of you who are in the growth class, how do I say this? Anil Kumar. Can I just call you Anil? Is that all right? Anil? For the initial testing, do you start with $20 a day? I do personally, but I know people who start at 50 or 100. It depends on how much money you want to spend. But $20 a day to test is fine. It's just, you have to understand, if you're going to start at 20 bucks a day and your product costs $80, you're going to want to spend $100 or $200 before you make a decision. So don't just spend 20, 40 bucks, get no sales, and turn your ads off and say it's not working. Just remember, your competition's out there making money, and as long as they're making money and you're not, you're doing something wrong. And that's when you come to the growth class, and you come on down. Anil, it'll be under live in about 2 minutes. So go to my channel, click on live, and I will be there in 2 minutes. Until then, guys, take care, and I'll speak to you in about 30 seconds.